Interesting with the name Michael Bloomberg. With Michael, you get your 33. And with Bloomberg, you get your 44. You get your occult of 77, which I will get into in a little bit. Now, talking about play on names, like I mentioned earlier, with Bellin, Sebastian Bellin. Now, other hoaxes, other psyops based on play on names in this world stage. Take a look here at Michael Wiener. The whole controversy with him showing his wiener. Again, this is TMZ. TMZ is owned by the same parent company as CNN and Time Warner Cable. Okay? With the Time Warner logo, basically looks like an eye with a swirl. Same thing here in this Time Warner Cable truck. Again, Satanists like to hide things by flipping it over or reversing it. There you go. You have the dual symbolism. You have the eye, and you have the number 9. Now, getting back again to with the play on names, I can point out with Michael Wiener, what do you have here with John and Lorraine Bobbitt? Of course, Bobbitt, he had his thing supposedly bobbed off. You know, again, play on names with John Bobbitt. This is how they do it. All these hoaxes and psyops. This is the psychopaths at work. They love a play on names and their numbers, like I showed here. Now going back to the cult of the bell with Hell's Bells, again 33. This is not a new concept. Going back in time, let's take a look here with the cult of the bell with Bell Ringer. Again, a reference to Anton LaVey and the occult of the bell. Some more images here with the Memphis bell. Let's get a close-up of this. You see the Memphis bell referring to the female. Of course, Memphis refers to Memphis in Egypt. This is all about the occult of Egypt as well. So many things are about the occult of Egypt and Babylon. Now, again, talking about the occult of Egypt, let's take a look here when it comes to the diamond. As you see here, this image with these pyramids. Basically, explained this before in a previous video, these supposed pyramids are nothing more than diamonds in the sand. Taking a look here, where it states the geometry of Khufu's Great Pyramid at Giza is even more sophisticated than first perceived at first glance. From the first aerial photos from the 1920s, it became clear that the pyramid was not set on a square base, rather a diamond or star-shaped plan. A fact that is overlooked or avoided in the abundant research literature concerning this pyramid's advanced geometry. Now, so you understand, basically, again, when it comes to the pyramids, basically diamonds. Flip it over. Basically, as above, so below. You have the pyramid with the diamond. Now, take a look here. When it comes to the jewelry industry and the entire concept of diamonds and pyramids, where it states, the greater a diamond's clarity, the more brilliant, valuable, and rare it is. And the higher it is on the diamond quality pyramid. So there you go right here. Now more images of the same. This is the scale they use. The pyramid, the diamonds on top of the pyramid. This is what, again, take a look here as well. One of the same. A little bit different. Again, talking about, like I mentioned earlier, how signs and symbols rule this world, not words nor laws. Take a look here at ING Direct. This is headquartered in the Netherlands. You have the orange line, of course, all about the occult of orange, which is 33. It should be pretty clear that these are Masons all behind basically all of this world. It comes down to the whole concept of orange, House of Orange, in countries such as Netherlands, England, Scotland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Nassau as well. Nassau, the House of Nassau. Taking a closer look, you can see a better image here. Now, again, with English being the international language, for those that can't read English, of course, there's always that color orange. So you don't have to worry about the language. It's always about signs and symbols, not just languages. comes down to, this is Russia. This is Arabic. Taking a look here, talking about orange with the occult. Found this pretty interesting from this movie called Coneheads with this scene. Take a listen.
I'm not really hungry. Just some Tang.
Ah, Tang, the drink the astronauts took to the moon. Astronauts to the moon.
Again, Tang. Tang, of course, is all about orange, just like the astronauts. So you see here wearing the orange jumpsuit, just like prisoners do as well. Taking a look here at this rocket. Space shuttle, of course, the orange rocket. The Occult of Hitler. With Orange Fanta by Nazi Germany. More recent image of Fanta Classic. All about the 33. So for those that think Hitler was some type of hero, he was part of the club. Club 33 in orange. Okay, take a look here as well. I'll point this out. When it comes to Hitler, in Nazi Germany, you have his Hitler book with the orange, Deutschland orange, going back in time, all about orange. Now, for those that think the Bible was written by Masons, let's take a look here at the King James Bible. What color do you find here? They're all brown. You see a sort of blue one here. I was looking around. You don't find full version King James Bible in orange like you do with Hitler's books, Nazi Germany. Okay, I did find this though. Take a look here at the new King James Version Bible. Okay, and you see the pagan symbol in orange, of course, for 33. Just like you see here, this kid's Bible. This is again an orange fire Bible for kids, and this is just like you see here, the New Testament, New King James Version, same exact thing. This is not the original King James Version. Talking about the pagan symbol, not all New King James Versions are orange, but nonetheless, you're going to see that occultic symbol, that pagan symbol, which is basically a hidden 666 in plain sight. As you see here, the connection with this pagan Bible. See here this book on witchcraft, and you'll see the same exact symbol. So you understand there's a difference between the King James Version of the Bible and the newer version. Okay, let's take a look here as well. How important signs and symbols are to these occultists. Again, looking at Aleister Crowley, and you'll see the symbol for Baphomet right next to it. Okay, just a closer look here. That's what you see on the Sovereign Grand Commander's hat. Is take a closer look here, and you see the sign for Baphomet. Of course, they cannot put the image of Baphomet on here. Be quite obvious of what's taken place. And just for reference, here's an image of Baphomet. Again, they can't put this image on top of this hat. It would obviously give them away. This is why, again, they hide these images. It's all coded. Now, again, with more signs and symbols, taking a look at this, again, Grand Sovereign Commander, look at all the symbols behind. Okay? Take a look here. Closer look. What do you see here in the back? All the way to the left, you see the XOXO. So understand the concept how these Masons always implement their coded ideas into society, as you see here. XO means supposedly I love you. This is the exoteric meaning, but the esoteric meaning is the ancient symbol for the mark of the beast. You see incorporated in logos, as you see this X and O. Just like you see here with SpaceX. Of course, I still love you. Of course, it's still mockery with the X and the O. Just like PlayStation, as you see the X and the O, the pyramid and the square or box, or the cube, even Xbox with Microsoft and Bill Gates with the X and the O. They even incorporate it in things like supposed traditions like these hot cross buns. Jeremiah 7:18, where the women need dough to make cakes for the Queen of Heaven in order to spite me. So Again, this is what it's all about. Now, people might think this is ridiculous. You definitely see the X and the O. They just pull this concept again out of thin air. Just like you see here with this Russian Coolidge bread. I grew up and my family, their roots are from Russia. They would bake this, and I would ask why would they bake this in basically a coffee tin? And I was told this is basically the tradition. I wasn't given a real reason why. I don't need to go into details, but obviously you see the icing on top of this cake and what it resembles. Okay? This is how they infiltrated everything in our society. Just like you see the eggs around the phallus symbol. Basically here, the same principle in the U.S. with the Easter eggs and the bunny representing sex fertility, and of course the ribbon for 33. Every little detail, every little concept, there is a reason without a shadow of a doubt. And of course, those that own and control society, from the Vatican to Washington to London, and the phallus symbol. Even with the pyramid or so-called pyramid or diamond at the very top of the phallus symbol. Now, you know why what the Bible states is, in 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay? With everything I'm showing you, right here as well, from 2 Corinthians 4:4, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not. That's what it all comes down to. The God of this world is Satan. People don't want to hear that, don't want to believe it, but it's in the Bible. Exactly why the Bible says, do not love this world nor the things in it. It's very clear why it states this. Getting back to this image, as I shown earlier, with the Twin Towers construction, basically demolition happening after 33 years, with the 33-year-old pilot, Mohammed Atta, the supposed pilot, did not take part of 9/11 whatsoever. Just so people don't think this has nothing to do with the 9/11 emergency call. Of course it does. It's all connected. With the very first 9/11 call being placed the same exact year the tower's construction started. Just so happens the first call was ever made was in Haleyville, Alabama. And the reason for Haleyville, of course, it all has to do with the number 33 as always, with Haleyville being 33. Just like the entire concept of the movie 2001 that was released in 1968. Of course, the 33-year difference. These concepts, again, when I sound like a broken record, not pulled out of thin air. Just like this hoax Oklahoma City bombing, nothing more than a controlled demolition where nobody died, nobody got hurt. Just take a look at one of the supposed victims. Give me a break. I mean, look at this wrap around his head. Looks like he's smiling. Nothing's wrong with this guy. No grimace, nothing. It's fake blood. Okay, now, getting back to 9/11. Coded 33. Flight 93 had 33 passengers. Okay? The towers came down after 33 years. Take a look here. This supposed flight attendant, former police officer, C.C. Ross Lyles, like Lyles, and you get the age of 33. Okay, and her name C.C. C.C.'s like ABC, which is the third letter in the alphabet. You get your 33. You get your 33 twice with C.C. and, of course, the 33 passengers. Completely ridiculous. Now, the movie with Flight 93, you see the 3 prongs, and you see the 11 in the back. You get your 311 once again. It just so happens the non-emergency calling system is 311. And 911, like I stated, it's a reference to the Bible to the Antichrist. Everything's in plain sight in our society. But you understand the occult, you understand what's taking place. Now, getting back to the hoax, supposedly this plane crash in Shanksville, let's take a listen to the mayor himself. Let's take a listen to what he says here.